Alright guys of Herbs, welcome back. Sorry about the Call Me Maybe song that didn't quite get played before.
It's on next, guys, don't worry.
Sam Warmadam is still getting used to the old technology here.
Yep.
In studio right now we've got the legend himself, Mr Catterall. Mr Catterall, how are you?
Oh, very good, thanks.
Very good. So Sam's going to ask the first question here.
Sir, how's chess going at the moment in the school? How is it going? Are there heaps of people playing? Much interest in it? Tuesday and Thursday lunchtimes, I think it is.
Yeah, it's actually on every lunchtime except Monday, so
great.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity. And on Mondays, I'm too busy giving radio interviews to supervise the chess.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, but we've got 80 regular players this year, and I've got a list of rankings for over 140 players.
So those 80 regular players, do they turn up every lunchtime?
Well, obviously there's not room in the classroom for all 80 at once, but...
So how many people actually turn up?
Probably 20 every day, and spread over 4 days, you get 80 in a week.
So is that different people that come every day?
It tends to be, yeah.
Very nice. So all got other commitments on other days,
I
presumably.
guess that, they're busy running radio stations or something like that, and
yeah. Do you play anyone yourself during those times?
Oh, occasionally, yeah. If there's an odd number in the room, then I'll make up the numbers.
Have you ever lost?
Oh, yeah, lots.
Would you like to give some names of some students that have beat you?
Other than Daniel Bate, of course.
Oh, if they're good enough to beat me, they're good enough to be in the team. So, it's sort of the top dozen, I suppose.
Now, unlike, how everyone knows about the first 15 and stuff, I don't think as many people are aware of the chess team. So would you like to give a list of names of potentially who's in the team? Or do you have a list of names there?
Oh, I've got a list of names. Yeah. The top few that we've got. Actually, the top player in the school's a Year 9 student at the moment. Oh. Josh Brereton.
Is Vickers Shenoy up there?
Vickers is up there. He's in the top 3 or 4, and Troy Lamerton in Year 12's in the top 3 or 4 as well. And then we've got a Year 7, Ollie Evans, who's doing very well.
So, do you have a chess team that goes to exchanges and stuff or tournaments?
Yeah. There's several teams. There's secondary school level team and intermediate team. We try and have a couple of teams at each level, and then they compete in the Wellington regional competition. And if we win that, which we have in the last couple of years, we then go off to the nationals.
Very nice. Quite a young team, isn't it, with quite a few Year 9s this year, is it?
Yeah. Plenty of Years 7, 8s and 9s, mainly because as you know, last year we had a chess teacher in the school.
Who's that?
A former New Zealand chess champion. An international teaching master, and so he was able to raise the level for the junior students quite significantly.
So who was that teacher?
His name was Lev Aptica. He's actually moved off to Australia now, so we don't have him available this year.
He was quite a while back, was he?
Just last year, wasn't it?
It was teaching here last year, yeah.
Oh, so he wasn't... Oh, okay, yeah.
New Zealand champion a few years ago, yeah.
So did you go to Rathkiel?
Not lately, no. Rathkiel hasn't put up a team against us for couple of years now.
Is that because they're scared of the quality of chess at Hibs?
Oh, I would think so.
Yeah, you would think so. I know you would, sir. I know you would.
Wasn't there an incident a few years back with Dominic Thomas?
Was there a chess fight, sir? Yellow cards and red cards going all over the place.
By the time the story got back to Hibs, I'm sure it was a huge fight.
Yeah, it was spread up a bit.
News travels like wildfire around here.
Absolutely, wonderful stuff.
So were there any punches getting thrown around by him? At all?
Not that I know of, but as I say, by the time the story got back to Hibs, it was a full-scale battle.
Yeah, great. So on to the major question that everyone's been waiting for. So, do you think chess is a sport?
No, of course not. No, sport's about physical activity, and chess is about thinking.
But you're still gonna physically move the pieces, don't you?
Oh yeah. But chess is a game. It's the most played game in the world.
Are you sure about that? What about Monopoly and whatnot? Snakes and ladders.
Well ahead.
Cards. What about cards, sir?
Yeah, well ahead.
Spider Solitaire.
I Spy.
And of course, it's extremely useful for preventing getting Alzheimer's when you get old. And I'm heading towards there myself now, so you know.
So you're not that old yourself?
And it's useful for developing thinking skills that will improve problem solving that you need for excellent school results. But hey, you guys are here to entertain on the radio, not to encourage excellence, are you?
Oh, we are. We're
to do both.
Bit of both, sir. Bit of both.
School principles, we follow them.
So, the Olympic Committee actually says that chess is a sport.
Well, yeah, they do. Yeah.
What do you have to say about that, though?
Well, if the Olympic Committee said that radio interviews were a sport, would you pay any attention to them?
Yes.
I mean, who are
Well,
these guys anyway?
They're the people who decide what is a sport and what isn't.
Are any of them in the Crusaders? I mean, why would you think they know squat about sport?
Well, I'm sure they're a big group of guys who know their stuff.
Yeah, just like politicians, you got to listen to them, even though you may think that they don't know anything.
Well, that's true, yeah.
That's very true. But do you know that chess also has drug testing?
Drug testing, wow, yeah, it's a serious problem, yeah. Some students will drink caffeinated drinks to keep awake for the long hours that chess games take, and then they have to cope with the crashing afterwards. I mean, perhaps we could have caffeine alarms at the classroom doors to stop these drug cheats from getting their hands on the pieces and starting unfair games. What do you think?
It's terrible. It's just ruining the sport, eh?
Oh, yeah.
But there's also chess was actually going to be in the Olympics, but the only reason it wasn't a part of it is because it's kind of hard to tell whether you're an amateur or whether you're a professional.
The Olympics is all professional now, so that can't be the reason. The probability is higher.
Probability, sir. I'm loving that.
That one of the committee got
quote from
the
Mr.
chest by his little brother and has a thing about it. I had help for the maths with the maths in that comment from Miss Robertson and Mr. Hutchins and Mr. Ackroyd. Yep.
Very nice.
Fair enough, sir. Fair enough.
So chess boxing. Have you heard of what that is, sir?
Yeah. It's apparently there's a few minutes of chess and then a few minutes of boxing and back and forth until there's a checkmate or a knockout. And
yeah, that's pretty much.
Would you classify that as a sport?
well, yeah, I suppose there's a bit of tactical thinking involved, but it all seems a bit too sort of news of the worldish, really.
Oh.
I mean, I think, really, I think only aliens play that. Is it a sport?
Sir.
Oh,
Come on, sir.
Would you get in the ring and do a bit of chess boxing yourself?
no. I mean, apparently it's a sport, but then obviously almost any bizarre activity can be called a sport. Apparently there's a sport where people chase a ball around a court with waving big wooden sticks about. Imagine that.
But that is physical, sir. That is physical work right
Hockey, I
there.
think they call it.
Oh, whoa, sir.
Oh, we'll bring Mr. Watt in here again, sir. He'll rip you to shreds. Don't worry about that. But,
Mr. Watt's a good chess player.
Is he? Oh, very nice.
Maybe you could face him in a game of chess boxing sometime.
Absolutely.
So then you bring in a bit of your part of it, and then a bit of Mr. Watt, the physical side of things, and you might have an even match on your hands.
That'd be fun.
Or chess hockey, maybe. Who knows?
Wow, there you go.
So what is your chess rating and Daniel's Bader's chess rating?
Well, I actually don't have one in the school, and Daniel's left, so,
Oh, no, I'm just talking like international.
Oh, okay. Well, my New Zealand ranking, I'm about 500th in New Zealand,
And
Daniel's about 20th.
whoa, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I thought there was a point system like 0 to 3,000 or something.
Yeah,
like
there is. Okay, on that scale, mine's about 800, and Daniel's is about 1,800, and Masters and Grandmasters are over 2,000.
Well, there's a chess boxer that I've heard. He's a European champion, and he's got a chess rating of 2,300. What do you say to that,
So
sir?
he must be into the Master category, or
Yeah, he is. He's
nearly Grandmaster. Yeah.
Won a few tournaments. So this is a guy who gets punched for fun, and is still a better chess player than you and Daniel.
Oh, easily done.
So do you think you could be a grandmaster yourself at some stage?
Well, who would know, Cameron? I mean,
Well, there is the chance. I'm sure.
A lot of luck and bowl, Cam.
All right. So obviously Daniel being the best chess player in the school for a while. With the loss of him, is there any rising stars?
Oh yeah,
coming
plenty of young talent coming through, especially in the junior school. As I said, we had a chess master teaching here, former New Zealand champion, and there's several boys good enough to go through to national tournament. We got 8th in 2010 and 4th last year.
That's very good. So do you think anyone will be as good as Daniel, or do you think it's pretty hard to top that?
Well, it's possible, but
It's pretty impossible.
yeah, they'd have to work. They'd have to work pretty hard. Yeah.
So, like obviously, like in a game of hockey or soccer or something, you train. What are you laughing at, Matt? Like, how would you train for like a chess tournament?
Yeah, it's a good
Like,
question.
do you just practice games, or do you have like?
Well,
Jeff-
you'd work your way through. There's some basic textbooks. Most of the best ones were written by the guy that we had teaching here last year. So work your way through the basic texts and then practice against players who are better than you wherever you can find them.
So you can play quite. You can think quite tactfully before you even begin, in terms of what you do.
So you learn the basic moves and the basic tactics. And all our year 7s learn chess here at Hibs every year.
Really?
So we've got right through now to about year 11, I think. Everyone's learnt to play chess.
So how does that done? Is that done during maths or?
Alternate years through maths classes and English classes.
Oh. I would have thought we didn't have that. So yeah.
Ah, you're too old, Sam.
Is it a good program? Like, do people enjoy it, or?
They seem to, yeah, they seem to enjoy it. And then we have a check it out day where they get together and compete against each
Check it
other.
out. That's a pretty cool name. So
Yeah,
that
that's
is
a
pretty
great
cool.
punt, sir.
Yeah.
Loving that. Did Miss Joe think of that? Or
Oh, no, that was my own invention.
oh, great, sir. Be an English teacher. So, what tips would you give to rising chess stars other than to like practice and all that? In any
As I said, just work your way through the basic text and then practice against people who are better. Whenever you can find people who are better than you, practice against them or
very nice.
computer. Yeah.
computer?
So would you say playing the computer like just online is a good idea, or
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
do you think it's better than playing humans?
Oh, no, it'll never be as good as playing humans.
Do they rig the computer games?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of?
No.
So chess at Hibs in about 10 years' time, you know.
Possibly a curriculum subject.
Possibly. What about an in-house event?
Well, great idea. How'd you like to organise that, Cam?
Yeah, I could give it a go, sir. I could give it a go,
Yeah,
maybe.
thanks.
Maybe with your
Maybe
help.
next year though. But yeah,
Yeah.
just an idea, sir.
Maybe with your help, I could organise something. Maybe that could be my legacy I leave behind as an in-house chess tournament. How about that, sir?
Oh, well, that would be good.
Cam
Yeah.
Collins chess tournament. No, very nice. Well, thanks for coming on the show today, sir. Anything else you'd like to say?
I thought you might be interested in who the top players are in the school. I mean,
Oh, yep. You
Okay,
got crack.
Tell us.
Tell us,
best chess player in the school today, probably Mr. Jagoose.
Mr. Jagoose.
Oh, you mean student? Yeah.
Oh,
No, teachers as well, sir. Teachers as well.
Yeah, Mr. Jagoose probably.
Would you? Do you think you'd fancy your chances of beating him?
On a good day, maybe.
On a good day?
Maybe. And student, maybe that Sam Warmerdon. Oh, there you are, Sam.
Oh,
If he'd carried on with his chess.
carried on.
So I just got one more question that came to my head. How much luck is involved with chess? Like,
Very little. There is a little, but very little. It's
because I would
just
debate it'd be about 50-50, to be honest.
mostly skill.
the better you get, the less.
Because
luck.
I went to Sam's house on the holidays and I actually beat him. I don't really have much chess abilities in my brain, and I beat him.
That's a lie.
That is not a lie, Sam. I did beat you.
I came out through half the game when they had already lost, and we had a queen.
All right, put your boxing gloves on, boys.
Yeah, we will, sir.
Yep.
Cheers, sir, for coming on the show, and I hope we see you in the show
Cameron.
later
Thanks,
on. Cheers, sir.
Thanks, sir. And now we will actually have Carly Rae Jepsen with Call Me Maybe.
Don't